Hi guys, I just wanted to come on here this morning and show you a little bit about a floor plan that you could get. So this is a floor plan that I made for my living room, and I just wanted to walk you through what it's going to look like for my new living room design plan. So this is a top-down view. This living room is a little bit oddly shaped. So I really, the main challenge was breaking it up in a way that, was going to allow us to use it for a couple different functions. The main one, as you can see in the middle, I have a TV, and then I have an L-shaped sofa sectional there. I'm going to have a coffee table with a tray. And then, yeah, the interesting thing about this room is it's so long and narrow, and on this south-facing wall, we do need a walkway from the front door to get across to the back, which over here is the dining room and the kitchen area. And then also the other odd thing about it is it has a fireplace here in the middle. And so how we have it set up now is our TV is over here above the fireplace. But what my plan is to do is to I'm stumbling over my words here this morning, is to move the TV to be in the middle. And that will open up a couple different things. I love this fireplace. It's so nice to sit here. And I just really wanted to open it up to be more usable as a reading nook. So I'm going to add, well, the fireplace is already there. I'm going to put a couple chairs there. And then also I have a couple sconces that I'm going to add to the walls, and then I added some shelving so that I can have books nearby this little reading nook area. I already talked about the central location. That's going to be for, mainly TV viewing. A lot of times we are either having drinks or um, having dinner on the sofa. It is COVID and all. So with that, I wanted a tray that we can either put on the seat next to us or just to have a large coffee table in front of us. So that's what I put there. There is a little console right in front or right underneath the TV, though we probably will mount the TV on the wall. Um, and then, so that'll give me a little bit of storage space underneath that I can put a basket or two and a couple, like our remotes or any other things that go along with the TV. And then I do have these cute little dog beds added in here. So now I have two dogs, and I just wanted to give them a cute and cozy space to curl up to also. And then I've chosen this kind of busy rug for the middle. This is probably not going to be the exact colors that I'm using in this room, but this is what I did just for the layout. And I've paired the rugs, the busier Persian rug, with some brighter colors with some natural fibers. So that's one way, I do kind of like the boho modern eclectic look, and so I'm bringing in a few different elements with that. But with your rugs, as you can see here, it defines the different functions of the room. So in the middle, again, we have kind of the sitting area for hanging out, watching TV, watching movies. We have a reading nook in the corner next to the fireplace so we can curl up with a book, put our feet up on these nice little poof ottomans that I've added, and I've defined that with a circular rug. And then on the left hand side, which this window is the front window looking out, so it's not a window that I want to like sit really close to and look out front because our neighbors are pretty close by, and we just like to have a little bit of privacy. But I do like to have a couple plants in the window. I added this other console table to allow us to put a bag down next to it. I added another poof, a couple poofs here, so if we want to sit down and put our shoes on next to the door, we can do that. And then also, I am going to be moving my keyboard down, and I have a nice little window to look out to. And also, I do have a karaoke system set up, so then if someone wants to play piano, they can sit here while other people can like look at the screen and do karaoke. So I think that'll be pretty good for our sound system and for just bringing in that third element of music into this space. And then as for the windows, these windows are pretty large. They're 6 feet across, 5 feet tall. So they're all gonna have matching drapes. I wanted something that's kind of gonna be similar to the wall color. And then also, because I'm opening up this space in front of the windows, I have a good location to put a couple uh, plants there. And then as far as the entryway goes, so as you can see, when you come in the front door to the right, so it's just like behind the front door, and then this narrow area to the south side of the wall, that is a stairwell actually. So that's the stairwell going up. I didn't add the stairs in. But I've added a cabinet so we can put our jackets, dog leashes, collars. I usually have a towel out for them because of course it's getting wet now. And then a small mirror. It's nice to have a mirror by the door as you go out. So, you can check to make sure you used your napkin or your makeup's on right before you head out the door there. So that's what we have for the entryway. It is kind of tucked around the corner here. And then I'm super excited on this south facing wall. So because this room is so long and narrow, I wanted to give the appearance of making it wider. And a great way to do that is to add mirrors. So in this narrow area, there's going to be a couple mirrors, and that's just going to open up the middle part of this space. And then this door on the south facing wall, that's also a large storage area right underneath the stairs. And so that's what that door is. And let's see if I can give you more of a 3D view. So let's see if I can go in here. See if this 3D view will open for us. Great, so it is going to open here. So as I was showing you before, that was the top-down view, and now, oh, you can see my paneling right there got shifted up a little bit, so I need to go in and edit that so that it's down. Also, it's kind of funny because I have a keyboard, but in this render, it's a full piano, so it's sticking out the back of the wall right there. But this will give you a better idea of what the room is going to look like. I'm super excited since I did forget to mention a chandelier. So if you add something like a chandelier, that'll just really hone in on the focus point that you have for your room. So it's always nice to have a focal point. In this room, it's going to be the TV, and helping draw your eye up even more is a chandelier placed in the middle of the room. So as you can see here, we have a super comfy sofa. I didn't want to go too light in the color because I do have dogs, even though they are going to have their dog beds over here to the right next to the TV. I wanted to go with something with a little bit of darkness in it just to make sure that I don't have to worry about them messing anything up. So I'll go with a darker kind of upholstery. Then you see I have the 3 mirrors over here. I did add the wainscoting, the paneling on the sides of the walls. So as you can see, that one in the back, it's floating a little bit. There again is my front door, so you can see when you come through. I wanted to make this feel like a hallway behind the sofa. But the main thing is, guys, don't be afraid to put your sofa in the middle of the room. Do you see how it's giving us way more space to use just by putting the sofa in the middle? And that opened up this space over here for a little reading nook, as I was talking about before. So I have a couple. It's an interesting setup when you have your fireplace in the corner, but you know, I can set it off, and I've made it like a secondary focal point by adding two sconces on the side, and the sconces are also kind of echoing this modern vibe, Sputnik vibe of the chandelier that I have going on here. So, and then I did want to put one or two side tables just because it's a great place to sit, put your feet up, and have tea or coffee right next to the fireplace. Reading is something, it is like a lost art. So if you have something that you want to do in your house, by providing a space for doing it, then it's just going to encourage you to do it more. I love this area because it actually really warms up, even though it's an electric fireplace. I don't know if anybody has one, but it really warms up. I just love sitting there. So I'm so excited to really set off that area and make it something that we will use more for reading. And then here's the mirrors again. And let's see if I can get through to the other side. And then over here, as I showed before, you know, I have a couple plants. I did want to set off, here I'll move forward a little bit so you can see this. But I did want to set off the, you know, make all of this symmetrical. So it is good to add symmetry with your focal point, and I might even add something right above the TV just to kind of finish that off. And the TV should go up a little bit higher. You see how it's sitting right on this console table, but it is going to go up a little bit higher. And then on either side, I've added some symmetry, so it really draws your eye in. I have the symmetrical dog beds, the symmetrical drapes, the symmetrical plants that are there. And so definitely there are elements of asymmetry in this design, right? Like my sofa is L-shaped, and even the coffee table can't be centered because of how the sofa is. But when you add some symmetry into your design, it's really giving you that sense of cohesion and calmness. And also a note about the drapes, you know, I probably do want to hang them a little bit higher. This is just a render, but you want to add to the height of any room, right? Unless you have a huge room, you want to really play up the height. So I would want these going almost just a few inches below the ceiling, and then all the way to the floor, just an inch or a half an inch before hitting the floor there. And then also in this corner, I wanted to add a little bit of visual interest. So you could do it in different ways, but of course I do love this bohemian vibe, and I just want it to feel warm and welcoming and green. So I put a larger plant in the corner, which, you know, I feel like finishes out the room that way. And yeah, a couple poofs over here so people who are coming in can sit down, take their shoes off, or if people want to gather around the piano for singing or making music, they can do that. Also, if we do decide to have game nights, I wanted this space to try to get us back around this way. This space to double as a game area. So I can definitely move you know, this tray out of the way, and then I have 3 poofs in this room so people could sit on the outside of the coffee table here. And I will potentially not get this exact armchair, but I might get something that's a little more easy to move so that I can pull armchairs around and sit around the coffee table as well. But I would love to hear some of your guys' feedback on the design. I had a lot of fun making it. I hope you enjoyed checking out this video. Let me know if you have any questions about a design in your own place or need help. This is what you would get when you do an eDesign with me. You get a 3D rendering so you can see the layout, and then you get a specific shopping list. And definitely I give people more than one layout plan, so you would have the ability to choose between a couple different layouts, but it's all based on you and your needs and what, you know, function you are trying to get out of that room. Especially now with COVID, maybe you need an office corner instead of a piano corner, or maybe you need a classroom nook, you know, a couple small desks for your kids to be working on projects. So all of that is possible, and I would love to be able to help you with it.